Yanki and Brit in the RTM Radio Network. What's going on, everybody? Glad to see you here. Straight up 8 o'clock and on the telephone, if my beautiful assistant would get her shit together over here, we have Greg Aulden. Hello, Greg. How are you?
Yeah, good. I can't understand anything you're saying.
Well, you probably can now.
Okay.
My beautiful assistant forgot to plug the phone in.
All right, then.
So Dave and Greg is on the
Oh, Dave's here too. Okay, good.
Yeah, Dave's here too. So Dave, would you like to tell us all about Greg and his little obsession with you?
Yeah, so you want to hear about Greg?
Yes.
Or maybe Greg could tell us about Greg.
Where would you like me to begin?
Listen to the excitement in his voice when he mentions my name.
No, it's we met Greg. Actually, it was his first contract. Larry and I were sitting out on a little bench outside on the port there on the dock in Nassau, Bahamas. This was December of last year. And here comes this pudgy guy walking down the dock. Did
you say pudgy guy?
I see we're already off to a good start.
Well, he comes walking down. He looks at Larry and I, and we just say, "Hey, how you doing?" He comes over and talks to us. Well, we get to talking. He's like, "Yeah, it's my first contract," and you get to lead in the conversation. And we get to talking, and he's like, "Yeah, my next contract's on the Splendor." And I said, "Really? You're on the Splendor?" "I'll be on the Splendor in October of next year for the going to Bermuda." And Greg's like, "We're going to Bermuda?" And I was like, yeah. I said, "It's October." I forgot what it was, Greg. Was it 23rd we sailed, I think?
Yeah.
Or 23rd, 24th. It was the end of February. It was the end of October.
It was my last.
Yeah.
It was my last cruise on that contract.
Yeah. So Greg didn't even. He had no clue he was even going to Bermuda. And I was like,
when I saw you guys, I just found out that they had just given me that's my next contract. So I didn't even know where that ship was going. All I knew was that it was going to be out of New York City, and I was happy about that because I could see the ship from where I lived, basically, right across the river.
Yeah, and then when we went out of Bermuda, it was out of Norfolk, Virginia.
Right.
And that we had a great week with Greg. Of course, we spent last February with Greg because Greg was under the contract on the train. So he was there in February, and I was telling him, yeah, we got 240 truckers coming here, basically 8 weeks later. And basically it's all just snowballed from there. Greg busted his butt to get on this contract for us for the Conquest here in February. We went through a couple little hiccups, and I actually think the guy, Bradley, who was the soloist, he's actually on the Conquest now. His contract ends the day Greg's contract begins. His contract was supposed to end a week after the day we get off the ship. Right. But him and Greg coordinated it back and forth, and I did thank Brad personally for letting you get on that ship.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it was really nice of him to do that. That's how we make our money. So it was really kind of nice for him to kind of back off for a week so I could get on there.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, we got this will actually, in February, this will be my 4th cruise with Greg, and basically about a 16-month span.
But it was the dream. It was a dream where we really kicked it in because, the dream was just out of New Orleans. I still have video from that cruise. You guys were just nuts. Especially with the signs. It's like every other, they have the Truckers Gone Wild signs. Sticking it in the camera and the bed. We just had so much fun.
Yeah, that was a good week, and we were, I know me personally. I mean, I know the wife, Larry. Oh, there's a lot of us that are just tickled to death that you literally told Carter, well, hey, I got to be on the Conquest for the Truckers Gone Wild cruise. So we can't thank you enough for that.
Well, it's my pleasure. I mean, being a performer, you want people out there who are, if I'm just playing for myself, I might as well just be sitting here in my apartment playing. I don't play music just for myself. I play because I'm a show off.
I think
I need people to show up and turn up. So you guys are just awesome. What's that?
I said I think Dave would like you to just sing to him, strip off naked or something and just sing naked to him.
Okay. Even if I were gay, Dave would not be the guy.
Really?
Yay, score one for Greg. Hey, Greg, Bernard the chicken said to tell you hello.
Oh, Bernard? Oh, yes?
Yep, he's in here.
How do you say Bernard?
Okay, Chris, I'm looking at the feed here. Chris Lewis, no Seasons in the Sun is not going to be played until we're on the ship. Okay?
Thank you.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons.
My doctor says I can't sing that song because I could have another seizure. So I have to wait for a while before I sing that song again.
So, putting you on the spot, Greg, what can you sing for us without singing the song?
What? You want me to play something for you now?
Sure, why not?
Hello?
You got a big crowd here, why not?
Hang on a second. I got my guitar right here.
Yeah, pretend you're singing to Dave.
Well, then no one's going to like that. No, I need more inspiration than that.
Oh, Mrs. Dave says she's got $20 to throw in.
We'll get to that story next.
He's still not singing it, Mrs. Dave.
I can't wait. Tell it now.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Well, the red light, headlights, screaming on the rainy night, seeing gray up ahead, slow me down, making no time. Looking for the morning, the outer windshield wiper, stopping up the tempo, keeping fucking rhythm to the song on the radio. Gotta keep it rolling. I said, ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way for me. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way. How's that?
Dave's getting moist.
How's that?
It's great. It's great. Awesome. These guys in the chat room, they're throwing in lots of $20 bills. Dave Summers is getting moist in the trouser department.
Send all your checks and money orders to Greg Aulden, care of. Yeah.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for singing.
It'll sound a lot better when I see you guys on February 5th, right?
Yes. What are you going to sing to us? I mean, we know that Seasons in the Sun is barred, no matter how many $20 come your way. So what else are you going to sing for us on the 5th of February?
Yeah, because I'm already creating that the list. I'm sorry. You know what? The way I kind of make things up as I go. I feel out the crowd and how things are going. I saw on the show that I was watching the show. I guess when were you guys last broadcasting?
Night before last, wasn't it?
Yes, right. That everybody was saying no slow songs. So apparently no slow songs when I come down there. But we're gonna have fun. We'll be doing we'll do Drive My Life Away. I think Mark State and me we're trying to work out a version of Convoy.
Convoy.
Which, yeah, that should be just a big train wreck. But we're gonna try. We're gonna give it a shot. But you know, I play a lot of James Taylor, Eagles, America, Neil Young, Billy Joel, Elton John, Jim Croce, that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing.
All good stuff. Great.
So knowing how crazy we are on this show, what would you sing to the Yankee and the Brit?
What would I sing to you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Seasons in the Sun.
Not Seasons in the Sun.
No. You know what? It wouldn't be me singing. I would get Dave up on stage.
Oh no!
And he would sing his version of Seasons in the Sun.
No. Hey, we've got Samo in the chat room. He says he's going to bring his bass guitar.
Who's that?
Samo, he's gonna be doing a show there in Fort Lauderdale with us, and he says he's gonna bring his bass guitar.
Cool, Samo. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, he's
the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned.
He's the
producer. Going to be on the ship.
He's the producer.
No,
let
me jump in real quick. A lot of people that don't know, we have got it arranged with Greg. I've got Greg, basically, Carnival is flying him in on the 5th, correct, Greg?
No, they were going to fly me in on the 6th to Miami.
Okay, so they're flying, you're coming in on the 5th?
Yeah, I told them, forget about that. I bought my own ticket. I'm going to be flying out of Long Island, because that's apparently around here the only place that flies direct to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So I'm flying down on the 5th.
Okay, well, I've got Greg a room set up at the hotel with us, so Greg will be there on Friday the 5th with all of us.
Wow.
With bells on.
Wow.
What kind of bells are you wearing?
What? What does that mean? What kind of bells I'm wearing?
I don't know. It just fell out of my mouth.
It just fell out of my mouth. Sanctuary. So, yeah, no, I don't know what type of bells. I have to go bell shopping to find the right bells.
Okay,
Fort
well,
Lauderdale.
I guess some elephant bells, maybe, if we have to finish the conversation.
Some what?
Elephant bells. Oh, you're too young you're too young to know that stuff. Well, Greg, why don't you tell us about you for a minute, if Dave doesn't mind shutting up for a few seconds?
Yeah, if Dave will just let you get a word in edgeways.
Well, I've been playing in the New York City area for like the last a little over 20 years. I've played in the Greenwich Village, mostly a place called which is no longer there because they're kind of a lot of the music venues in New York City are closing. But I played a place called the Back Fence, which was Bleecker and Thompson, right in the center of the village. And back in the day, you had Bob Dylan played there, Simon Garfunkel, Janis Joplin, all these greats used to play at the clubs that I played there, especially the Back Fence. And so I kind of came up after I graduated college. I moved back here to New York City, and I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. So I studied acting for a while, but music was paying the bills, so that's kind of what I stuck with. As long as I'm on stage and I'm performing, I'm happy. Doesn't matter if I'm singing, if I'm acting, or whatever.
I love Greenwich Village, man. I was in Greenwich Village last time I was there. It was the punk era. What a crazy place that was.
Yeah, no, that's some of the. I guess I came there in '85, so that was at the height of the punk era.
Yeah, what a great place.
And we used to in between sets, we'd stand outside and just lean against the car and just watch the show as everybody walked by. And some of the outfits were just insane.
Absolutely. My brother took me there. He was on Governor's Island in the Coast Guard, and he lived in Flushing, and he took me over there. And I'll tell you what a trip. I'll never forget that place.
Yeah. Well, the Smithereens, I don't know if you've ever heard of the band Smithereens.
Of course.
They started right next door to where I played at the Back Fence, a place called Kenny's Castaways. And CBGB's was right down the street. Just a lot of great places. And all those places have closed because they're putting up $1 million condominiums.
Well, of course, that's always more important than an artist expressing themselves or going out and having fun.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that is true.
Christine wants to know, I don't know if you've answered this when you were talking to Dave or not, but how did you happen to start working with Carnival? How did you actually get involved with them?
It's about a little over 3 years ago. I got really, really sick. I had my kidneys shut down. I had a kidney infection, and I was in a lot of pain, and I was taking way too much Advil. And so I walked into the hospital they said about 15 minutes before they would have sent the meat wagon to pick up my body. I mean, I literally died on the examination table a couple times. So I was on dialysis for about 6 months. And an old friend of mine, a musician friend of mine, Scott Hathaway, who had worked with Carnival for about 10 years as a soloist, saw on Facebook what I was going through. And when I finally got off dialysis, which was a miracle in itself, he knew that I just lost everything. I lost my car, my house, just everything. And he knew that I didn't have the wherewithal to bring all my equipment to the gigs anymore. I didn't have a car, so he said, you know what? I've been working for Carnival. You don't have to bring a sound system. All you need is your guitar. You're going to be, out in the fresh air of the ocean. It's healthy for you. Why don't you come and work for Carnival? So he was very instrumental in getting my resume to the top of the stack, and I really have to thank Scott for that. Great musician, too. And that's how I started with Carnival.
Wow, what a great story, man. I love stories, and that's awesome.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I stumbled upon one of your videos here a couple weeks back in Bozeman, Montana. How in the hell, where were you going when you were in Bozeman, Montana?
I have some friends out there, the Bows, and they got me. They brought me out, and I played some private parties for them out there in Gallatin, which is outside of Bozeman, and it's near Yellowstone Park. Yellowstone National Park, and I played the Yellowstone Club. You can look it up online. It's it's a beautiful, beautiful resort club, and they got me a gig at the ski resort there, Big Sky Ski Resort, which is I think one of the top 10 ski resorts in the country. And I played there for 2 weeks, and there were some people. I live in Hoboken now, right across the river from New York City, and there's a group of people there at the resort having a vacation from Hoboken, and we kind of hit it off. And I was going back home. That's where the video started. I was going back home, and the plane kept getting delayed, and these folks from Hoboken were like, "What the hell is going on? I'm going to kill somebody!" Blah blah blah. And the flight attendant started crying because everybody was yelling at her. And I'm like, I got to do something. This poor little girl. I mean, she was this young little girl, and everybody was just screaming at her. So I said, I'll just take out the guitar and start playing. And I played "Leaving on a Jet Plane," and then somebody actually, I guess, videoed it on their iPhone and posted it on YouTube. And that's where that came from. I was going home from.
Are you originally from New York?
I was born very close to where I am now in Jersey City, and we moved to Cedar Grove, New Jersey, which is a beautiful town in about 40 miles west of New York. And then when I was about 16, my dad got a big promotion, and we moved down to the Philadelphia area. And I lived down there until right after college, and that's when I got accepted into the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. And I moved back up to New York, and I lived in New York. I lived in New York up until about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, because and then I got this apartment here in Hoboken.
A lot of people don't understand why they call it the Garden State, but as many times as I've been to Jersey over the years, I'll tell you what, it's an absolutely beautiful place when you get out of the slums.
You know what? I spend a lot of time, even on the ship, I spend a lot of time defending New Jersey because, and I blame, who's the comedian who did? You from Jersey? What exit? That idiot. And Jersey got a really bad rep, and everybody thinks about Jersey as that stretch, that maybe 5 or 6 mile stretch of all the oil refineries on the turnpike. And, it smells, and there's the sulfur and all that. But if I blindfolded you and dump and like set you up in some of the mountains of New Jersey or some of you wouldn't know it from New England.
No,
you really wouldn't.
It's absolutely beautiful.
So beautiful.
I loved going to Jersey. There's a lot of people can't stand it, but I think it's an absolutely great place to go. And I love the people. I think the people are very nice. A lot of people snub Jerseyans. They think, oh, they're mean, they're rude. You got to get to know them, and you got to understand them.
I think you're going to find mean, rude people anywhere. But Jersey, if you take the time, I think you're absolutely right. It's they're really laid back and just they're really, really, really nice people. And the best corn you'll ever have, ever. Jersey corn is just the best.
Oh, yeah. How long, let's see, how do I want to say that? How old were you, or how long ago, or where or when did you learn to play guitar and get into music?
I taught myself. I picked it up when I was about 16. I was a sophomore in high school, and a guy came up to me. He had heard me sing at some function or something. And he's like, "Hey, we're putting a band together. You want to sing for the band?" And I said, "Yeah, okay." So I started just as a singer, as a frontman, a singer. And I would watch the guys play, and I was like, you know what, I think I can do that. And I'd go home, and I bought an acoustic guitar, and I started mimicking what I saw them doing when we were rehearsing. And I'm very proud of this. In 4 months after I picked up the guitar, I had my first paying gig.
Wow.
I knew 4 songs. It was for a CYO kind of get together at I guess the local church. I played 4 songs, and they paid me $30.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, it's something.
Have you ever recorded in a studio?
Yeah, I put out a CD called The Balance back in I guess it was 95, 96. One of the songs was used in a movie that was debuted at the Sundance Film Festival some years back. A song called "Part of Me" off of the CD, and but it is a movie that you will never see ever.
Very interesting.
It is the worst movie ever made.
Are some of those songs on YouTube?
During my show? Yeah.
Well, can we? Is it all right if we play some of those?
If you can find them, sure.
Okay. Well, I prefer to get them off YouTube. They're usually pretty clean and nice. So, unless you got some you can send us.
Yeah, I think I have some MP3s. MP3, okay?
Yeah, send them over. You guys get after Greg. Get him to send those songs over here so we can jam some of that stuff.
Okay. I'll send you "Part of Me," which is a song that a lot of people who know me, they request that song. That seems to be the one that kind of stood out from the CD. And I'll send you a couple more so you can play some. That's great.
Email address in the chat, but you'd send it.
Donna is putting the address in the chat for you. And
okay.
You can send them right to that. And we do the Lido Lounge on Sunday, which Mr. Dave comes in for an hour or whatever and talks about the cruises and things. And we like to play a lot of cruising music. And since you are the star of the cruise, we'd really appreciate it to get some of your music in there.
Okay, I'll send them out as soon as we finish here. I will send you like 2 or 3 songs. Okay.
That's beautiful. So what's your itinerary now for cruises? Where do you go after this one in February?
Well, they don't have anything. They usually set me up with the next cruise during the one that I'm on. So I'm on the Conquest, the one that the truckers are going to be on. I'll be on there till June 6th, and I met some folks on this my last on the Splendor that has a club down in the Outer Banks in North Carolina.
Right.
And they want me to come down for a couple months during next summer to come down to the Outer Banks and play down there.
Wow,
which would be awesome. Yeah, I've never been there, and I hear it's just absolutely gorgeous.
It's fantastic. You're going to love it when you get there.
Yeah.
Not quite like a cruise, but it's just as nice.
It's not a cruise, but nice.
What, do you have any hobbies or anything?
I'm kind of an amateur astronomer. I have a telescope that you can see the rings of Saturn with, and I like that. What else? I love animation. That's actually, because of the fact that I love animation, that's where I got my nickname. And the truckers gave me my nickname. Baby, you still there? Squirrel! Squirrel! Yeah, he's still there. That's like, my nickname is Squirrel.
Squirrel?
Squirrel.
What?
What is it?
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh, Squirrel, that's right. I put it on the shirt. Sorry, I should have remembered that.
So, but I got that nickname because I do an impersonation. If you ever saw the animated feature Up.
Not that I recall.
Oh, okay, there's a dog in there that has a collar that translates his thoughts. Arlette, okay. That translate his thoughts, and he talks almost like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. He's like, "Oh yeah, just met you, and I already love you, squirrel." Because he has ADD. The dog has ADD, and he sees squirrels wherever he goes. So I did that on stage once, and everyone thought it was very funny. So my CB handle is now Squirrel.
Okay. Well, that must be how Mark State ended up getting us to put that on that shirt for you. That's great.
Yeah, and that shirt was awesome. I have it. I'm going to have it, actually. I'm going to have it framed.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's send us a picture of it when you do.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll send you. I think I have a picture on my phone. I'll send that along with the songs.
Unbelievable. That's Squirrel. I like it. So what else do you do? Anything you'd like to share with everybody while you have a chance? A lot of people are interested, get to know a little bit more about you.
I wish I were more interesting. I just, what these folks have seen while I'm on stage. That's kind of who I am. I do some work with St. Jude. I do work for the Ronald McDonald House. So I play for those kids.
Great.
And songwriter, and that's really it. I'm kind of consumed by that whole process. So while I'm off the ship, I try to rest my voice a little bit, and I've done some private parties when I'm home. But other than that, no.
Well, we're not going to get
really all that much. It's not really all that exciting. Sorry, man.
Well, we're not. That's all right. You fit right in with the rest of us. What do you do during your act? I mean, do you just play songs, or do you tell jokes, or because we're not going to get to go on this cruise either. We missed the last one, so.
Well, I will be playing live at during the pre-cruise party, right?
Right. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to see a little bit of it, but you ask Dave. There's a lot of I don't know if you've ever heard the term the fourth wall when you're talking about a performance.
Right.
Well, there is no fourth wall in my performance. I take the fourth wall and I burn it. It's just gone. I bring the audience. I try to bring the audience in. Sometimes it becomes a little bit too in. People think they try to take over the stage. But anyway, it's more. I get people singing along. I try. I do some impressions, and I guess there's some comedy. I don't consider myself a comedian, but I love to make people laugh. I just love it, and so I try to incorporate that into the show too. So.
Well, that's great. That's the kind of thing we like too. Always better with a little humor added.
Yeah. I figure people aren't laughing. You're not doing the right thing. So.
Well, obviously your favorite fan seems to enjoy you. Mrs. Dave says Greg is funny on stage.
To get Mrs. Dave to laugh out loud is one of the greatest moments of my life.
Probably a lot of work too, isn't it?
Because she's so, Dave is so out there, and she kind of just, every time I look over, she's just kind of looking at him, shaking her head, going, "Yeah, he goes again." But when I would get her to laugh out loud, I was like, that's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah, well, Mrs. Dave keeps Dave under control, so you can thank her for that.
Yeah, you gotta thank her. You gotta thank her for that, Greg.
she's your governor right there. She just keeps everything below the RTM's below the red line. That's basically what we're talking about.
Someone's got to with Dave.
I guess we just gave her a new name, the governor of RTM. Hello, governor. That's great. Well, anything else you want to add? Anything we're missing? Something I know you say you're not all that exciting, but I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, thank you very much. This whole area or the podcast and all that kind of is still kind of new to me. I'm just getting into the whole technology of it, and it's great just to see how your show is awesome. By the way.
Well, you're more than welcome to call anytime you want, day or night. We're on from 7 to 10 every night that we're on. But you're more than welcome to call anytime you take a notion. You got something funny to tell people? You want to make an announcement? If you'd like to cut us some promos even, cut a couple of them, send them over. We're more than glad to play them.
Okay, that's great. I'm actually one of my another, not a hobby, but something that I'm trying to get into is voiceovers. So
yeah, it'd be nice.
I'd love to give that a shot.
It would be nice to have you cut a couple promos, even for Dave. I think Dave would appreciate it, but to get you to promote a couple of the cruises that are coming up that you're on, because it just adds to the excitement during the Lido Lounge on Sunday.
That sounds like a great idea. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, we'll keep you busy. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Don't forget to throw one in for us, too.
Well, just make sure you throw him Just make sure you throw $20 in the tip jar.
All I'm putting in there is my used thong. That's all I got.
Greg will do anything for $20.
So I've heard.
Hey.
What's that?
He said I would do anything for $20. I was like, hey, I might be a musical whore, but I'm not a cheap musical whore.
I just imagine you up and down a pole and Dave shoving $20 bills in your underpants.
You got to take me out to dinner before that happens.
Oh, all right then. Not in a full stomach.
And lots of drinks, obviously.
Oh, that's right. We're all getting together. We're all. I guess when we get on the ship, we're all going to get together and have dinner in the steakhouse, aren't we, Dave?
Yeah, I got that one. I'm working on that. I've got that worked out, Greg. We're working on it. Yeah, I've got you at our table. So you're set. My table's confirmed. Hopefully you just get that night off. We hope.
When there's steak involved, I will get the night off.
I actually met the entertainment director. Super cool guy.
Is he really? Cool.
Yeah, well, no, Brad introduced me to me. He introduced the guy to me on the last night of the cruise. And I was talking about you, and Brad brought me over. He's like, hey, yeah, this is the guy that's bringing, he's the reason why I'm leaving a week early. And so I did get to talk to the entertainment director. Super nice guy, real laid back. Yeah, so I gave you a perk out on that one. But other than that, I'm so glad that, you got involved and got to call in tonight. And I know a lot of the cruisers are looking forward to seeing you again. Especially me, even though it's like my fourth go around with you. But your next contract's got to be February of 2017 on the Glory, and then we got to work to get you on the Vista.
The back-to-back thing on the Vista?
Yeah, I'm doing a back-to-back 2018 on the Vista, so we got to get you on that one. I'll be on there.
I don't know what I'm doing next week, much less 2018. You know what I'm saying?
Two cruises
together. We're going to do it like an hour from now, and you're like, yeah, 2018, make some plans. I'm like, yeah, right, okay.
Hey, none of us may be here, so what the hell does it matter?
There you go.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, Andy, you never know, Hell, 2018, that's 2 years away.
Okay, all right. Let's not be quite so realistic.
But yeah, Greg.
Brad, did you feel that energy just like hit rock bottom?
Yeah.
In the last couple seconds?
Did you hear the excitement in my voice?
Right, Greg, we are going back to Bermuda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, October 2017.
I'll have to warn Ray Patton.
Yeah, you better warn Ray, because we will be going to the Bermuda Bistro.
Yes, did you tell him that story? Well, I took a bunch of the truckers. I used to play in Bermuda, and I have a friend, Ray Patton, who still plays there. And I took them all over to the Bermuda Bistro. We were all singing, "Work we Dave, work we Dave."
It cost me $20, but we sang it.
Dave did his own version of Seasons in the Sun that night.
Okay. I've had enough. What is it about this Seasons in the Sun that is so exciting? Is it just because everybody gets to sing along?
It's not me. It's Dave. It's not me. I played the song first as a frickin' joke. Because it's probably one of the worst songs ever written. I mean, it's just... You can't be a diabetic and listen to the song. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so, and then I start playing it, and Dave, lights up, and he's like, I love this song. I'm like, oh, crap. So.
I'm going to become a diabetic if it'll stop me from having to listen to it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me tell you, that song has had overplay on this show ever since.
Really? Has he not just let it go?
No, he doesn't let it go. He doesn't let anything go.
And
I can't let it go.
And Drunk on a Plane.
Yeah, drunk on a Plane is the other one. I'm glad you don't sing a lot of country.
Well, I know. I mean, I grew up around here. I think we have one country music radio station here. It's way out on Long Island, and it doesn't really have a very strong signal. So I like country music. It's just I never really had an opportunity to learn a lot. I was going to learn Drunk on a Plane because I guess Brad James sings it.
Oh, does he?
He just sang it. He just put it out.
I was going to say, he must have just done it. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, so I thought maybe it would be cool if he and I, because we do, what's the song we do together?
Oh, the one that Brad did that was big, that was Dock on the Bay, but it's his own version.
Yeah, he did his own version of it. We did that on The Dream the last time I met Brad. And I was going to learn Drunk on a Plane so he could come up and sing that too. So.
Oh, you got to learn that. That'd be awesome. I love that song.
It's all about Dave.
Well, it's all about you, Dave. It's all about you.
Yeah, well, that's another story.
Don't tell Christine Lewis that. It's all about me.
Okay.
That's an inside joke.
Sorry, what were you saying? I didn't hear you.
Come in on Sunday to the Lido Lounge and at 8 o'clock, and you'll find out it's all about Dave.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is. Trust me on this.
Okay. All right, then.
He's a brat. It's all about what Dave wants.
You need to back
guys,
off over there,
truckers
Brit.
have been, from the very beginning, the truckers have been real good to me. They're just an amazing audience. You guys are just, everybody who's on there right now on the chat, thank you so much for everything you've done for me in the past. And you guys were on the dream for my birthday the last time, and that was one of the best birthdays I ever had.
Wow. That's nice to hear from anybody.
Yeah. And it's going to, actually, when you're on, it's going to be, my birthday's in February, so we're going to have to celebrate it again when you guys come on board.
Yay!
You hear that, guys? Time to raise some more money.
Well, just as long as you sing me. You all sang Happy Birthday to me so wonderfully in so many different keys, and it was just, it was a lot of fun.
When exactly?
For all your musicians out there.
When is your birthday, by the way?
27th of February.
Okay, you're lucky then. You'll have to wait just a little bit. But Donna and I sing everybody happy birthday that you find out. And you talk about so many different keys. You'll have to be here for that one. Not yet. Save it.
I love that. I think it's one of the funniest things. I come from a very big family, and I'm the only one who can really carry two. My sisters actually have some decent voices, but my father just had no pitch at all. And my mom has a beautiful voice. But everybody, I'm from a family of 7, and everybody would sing in a different key and really loud, and it was the best. It was always the best.
Yeah, those are the best memories you can have.
Sure.
I could just imagine.
Christine, your baby brother is on the 27th? That's cool. It's a good day. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just reading one of the chat things.
That's quite all right.
Somebody else's birthday was on the 27th.
I didn't know you were looking at the chat. That saves me having to relay all these questions.
What?
I didn't know you were looking at the chat.
Well, I glance up at it every once in a while. If I keep staring at it, I won't be able to talk to you because I can't do two things at once.
Oh, not a multitasker, huh?
No, I'm not a multitasker. I focus on one thing and I do it as best as I can.
I try to tell the Brit that about me, but it hasn't sunk in yet. You know how the British are.
What?
That I can only focus on one thing at a time. She's got like 800 ideas in her mind every second of every day.
Only 800.
Actually, Donna, I was starting to call up and I was going to start talking like this. And I was going to see if I could, I was going to see if I could fool you, telling us to think that maybe that I was from there. But I've heard that I actually have a pretty good accent. And then I've had other people who tell me that it's really, really bad. What do you think?
It's really, really bad. It's bad.
You can sound a little bit Australian.
Is it really?
Like, good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Mate, all right, then.
All right, then.
Well, I have a friend who's from the London area, and he hates it when I've always been a mimic. I love trying to sound like with the different accents and all that kind of stuff. And he hates it when I try to talk like I'm from England. And he's like, "You're not good. It doesn't sound good. Stop it. Stop it." I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Stop it. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, then.
What else? What else are we doing? Nothing?
Anything else, Dave?
What's that, Randy?
Anything you want to add?
No, I ain't got much more to add. I just want to thank Greg for, he's been great to us. I know the truckers love him to death, and so glad he was able to join us tonight. And we're so looking forward to seeing him in February. And I just want to thank him. He's been a great friend. Can't call him a good friend, but I'll say he's a good friend. I won't say he's a great friend, but he's a good friend. We've had a lot of great times together here in the last 14, 15, 14 months. Right. And we're just going to continue the ride. And, anytime I can get Greg on one of our cruises, I want to bring him along because he's a top-notch talent for our people, and we just love the guy to death.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Guys. I really do.
I can't wait to meet you Friday. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. You sound like a great guy. Good sense of humor. If you can tolerate us, you can pretty much tolerate anything.
Yeah, thanks. It was really nice meeting you guys. Thanks for letting me call in. and all that. It's been a real treat. Thanks.
No, thanks for coming over. Thanks for taking a minute, giving us some time out of your busy schedule.
What are you talking about? Thank you. It was great. It was good, but it wasn't great. I mean, good is good, but I'm sorry. I'm just glad. I'm going off now. See, if you were from New York, that would have killed.
It sounds Jewish to me. That's all I know.
It was Jewish. By the way, try the soup. It's a Manhattan clam chowder. You'll love it. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I was going to say, was try the soup. But you know what? You sound a lot like Billy Crystal.
Good. Okay. No problem. Billy Crystal sounds a lot like me. Let me tell you something.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, let me just tell you one thing there, young man. That's just a little bit crazy that you think you might have influenced Billy Crystal. I'm not quite buying that one, but now maybe if Clarence knew about this, he could change things around a little bit. See,
Shane.
Mr. Potter. You're nothing but a stormy spider, Mr. Potter.
Well, look, Mr. Potter, I'm not going to have you putting me down like that. See, I'm not going to let you have it.
You want the moon, man? You want the moon?
That's one of the best lines ever, right there. You want the moon, Mary? I'll lasso it for you.
That's great movie. Great movie.
Absolutely. Well, Greg,
all right.
Can't thank you enough,
Okay.
man.
Listen to Dave. All right, I'm done.
Greg. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Give us a real. I mean, we're looking forward to seeing you in February. You know, I know we've worked hard on this to get this done, and you did. And I got it once again. I want to thank Bradley Edge for giving away a week's worth of pay to let you do this. And I did thank him. I appreciate him for that.
That was pretty cool for him to do that.
No, it was cool with him. He didn't have to, but he did it. But no, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing you again here in about, God damn, it's 3 weeks from tonight, dude. We will be partying our ass off in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, sir.
Leave me a somewhat of a voice so I can sing the next day on my first day of work on the shift. Is that okay?
Oh no! Just no. I don't know what Samo's got set up. I know Samo and Randy and Donna and Dave the Ray from the Razorback Express. They're going to have this thing broadcast over about 3 of the Sprinkler networks, including one of the stations there in Daytona. It's going to be broadcast on. No, just get up and do a song or two. No, don't burn your voice. Yeah, don't burn your voice out. Just do a song or two. But no, I want to thank you again. I want to thank you for all the great fun we've had on the cruises. I mean, shit. Well, it's been a great ride.
It's been as much fun for me, man. Thank you.
No, I appreciate it. And so Randy can get this recorded. Give a real quick shout out to the Truckers Gone Wild one more time.
What, me?
Yeah, give a big shout out to Truckers Gone Wild.
Yes, you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2016, and yes, February 6th. February 5th. It's going to be the Truckers Gone Wild in Fort Lauderdale. Hide your children. Put your dog away. It's going to get cool. How's that?
That's beautiful. Great round of applause there for Greg Aulden. Thank you very much, Greg. Thank you, Mr. Dave. We'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you February 5th.
All right, we'll see you then, okay? I'll send those songs as soon as I can.
You guys take care.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
Give me a call if you need anything, Greg.
All right, thank you, buddy. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.